One of the most scariest things that happens when you're a YouTuber is when you have a video just suddenly stop. Everything goes quiet and nothing, no viewers, no exposure, nothing. Now, let me tell you, don't let this scare you. I call this the calm before the storm. It's actually kind of cool because sometimes what happens is it all comes roaring back. Now, let me give you a couple of explanations of why this is happening, because it's very common. One, the algorithm goes through what we call cycles, and these testing cycles usually pertain to a certain number of users or subscribers or viewers, and they show it to that number, and then they stop, they analyze the results, and then they start the next wave. Now, the next wave may be caused by another reasons that we'll go on to, that it either may continue or may not continue. But at that point, it's moving on to the next cycle. That's why I call it the calm before the storm. All right, number two, an audience mismatch sometimes happen, and this is where you hear so many people say you have to have a niche. You have to have a niche, you have to have a niche, you have to have a niche. Sometimes it's true. You put out a video and all of your subscribers go, or all of the people that normally watch your videos, and a lot of them are coming now even without you being subscribed, but they don't like it. And a lot of the times what that tells the algorithm is, hey, slow this down. Let's not do this anymore. This needs to find a different audience, and they're going to go off on a different testing strategy and a whole different world there. And so it may pause for quite a while before it finds something that's significantly useful in order to continue testing. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Matt. I run 3 channels. I run a solar channel which has 20,000 subscribers, and my first video about to hit 1 million views. It's very successful, and I've had it for just over a year now. My second channel is Build Unbound, and it is basically a building channel, construction, home improvements, installing furniture. And then third is this, where I am sharing my experience of YouTube with all of you in hopes that you can gain something from what I've learned, and you can see from my experience what I'm doing that works, and you can repeat that, and you can see what I do that fails, and you can stay away from that. Hopefully this will help you out, and I hope to get your subscription so you can watch more videos. Now let's get back to the rest of this video. 3, topic saturation. This is really common, especially when you're new. You find something that works and then you just pound it into the ground. If you're releasing lots of videos and you got topic saturation, and what I mean by that is you hit me with 3, 4, 5 videos right in a row and they're all about the same thing. Some of that is encouraging, but you still need a bit of variety. I don't want to watch the same video 5 times. There needs to be a reason for each one of them, and there needs to be something different. So you want to stay away from topic saturation and make sure you mix them in. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't remake a video on an annual basis. Between years, that's not an issue. What you're more worried about, though, is if you can't at all change the video from day to day and you release the same video 3, 4, 5 times in a row. I see quite a bit out on the internet, and you'll see these channels, sometimes they get very popular and then they just disappear, and that's what it is, topic saturation. Let's talk about viewer fatigue. So viewer fatigue comes when you are just hitting them one after another after another. And this is very obvious. I see this very, very commonly in my shorts videos. So on my solar channel, I've learned that if I do good content with my shorts, they do very well. But if I place them too close together, nobody wants to watch multiple videos. And think about it. When you log on and you see that your favorite person has released a video, the first thing you do is usually go out there and watch it. But when that favorite person has posted 3 videos, you usually only watch one of them. And so this causes the algorithm to think the other 2 aren't very good. So be careful of fatigue by releasing too often, too much. You need to understand your audience and how your audience responds to this. In the solar industry, on my solar channel, I have a very high tolerance for this. These people are hot, they're excited, they want to build. And so I can release a video every 2-3 days easily and not have too much viewer fatigue. Most of them are tech type people and they're there every day anyway, so it's not a big deal. I don't see the same thing with shorts. That one I do get some fatigue on, so I have to slow those down a little bit. Now let's talk about competing with your own video. And what I mean by this is when you release a video that's doing very well on a particular subject. Let's say it's about some new solar panels. And then 3 days later, I release another video about some new solar panels. And this video is taking the crowd from that one. And therefore, it's not fatigue. The people, they really want to see that content. The problem is that I have created 2 competing videos. Now, this can happen with other creators also, where I release a video that I think is doing very popular, and then someone in the industry who is just a huge magnet and 10 times my size creates a very similar video, and that can have a competition effect where they watch his video instead of mine. So that's what it can be also. But all of these items usually have a recovery level of some kind. If it usually a video, YouTube claims that the video has a life of its own and that every video stands on its own. I'm not sure how much of that is truly legitimate, because sometimes I think that the time and the place of a video's release has as much effect on it as the video itself. And what I mean by that is, if I release a video with a huge competitor, I don't have that initial boost that I have when someone else has a video and they're competing. At the same time, if I release it and I'm the only one on the market, it's fresh and it's new and it's content that people want, I can get the same video to do very, very well. So anyway, all right. Well, those are the 5 reasons that I know of that can cause your video to pause or may continue going back, or it may completely stop. They're normal. It happens to all of us. Please don't let it worry you. Start worrying about your next video. Make it better and make each one better, and you'll continue to grow. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.